I'm Anil Kumar, and here is a thinking question for our junior math students. You need to find LCM and greatest common factor from the given information in the Venn diagram. The question here is, consider the Venn diagram to answer the following questions. So we have two questions here. The first one is, prime factors of which numbers is shown in the Venn diagram. And the second question is, determine their LCM, lowest common multiple, and GCF, greatest common factor. This is the Venn diagram shown. You need to write prime factors of which two numbers are shown in this Venn diagram, what is their greatest common factor, and what is their least common multiple. So study this particular Venn diagram and answer the question. And then look into my suggestion. Now here is how I can do it. Now to find the numbers, what we should do is, do we see this orange circle? All the numbers given in this circle are factors of one of the numbers. We'll write that number here. So how do we get that number? You get that number by multiplying all these numbers, right? On the other hand, the other number is the one in which all the factors are given, prime factors are given for the number in green circle. So that becomes the second number. How will you find the greatest common factor? Greatest common factor is, these are all the common factors. You multiply them all to get greatest common factor. And the least common multiple is what? You multiply all these numbers to get least common multiple. I think now you have understood how to find it. So go ahead and find the answer, then check with mine. Okay, let's begin solving it. So we need a calculator. It's good to have a calculator for this question. You're allowed to use a calculator also. Now, let us begin by writing the greatest common factor, which is multiplication of all these numbers, which are common prime factors of both the numbers given to us. So we have 5 times 2, which is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60. So you can use calculator and write, but it is 5 times 2. It's good to multiply by 5 first. You get 10, right? Times 2 is 20, and times 3 makes it 60. So you get greatest common factor is 60. Now I multiplied this first because it helps me to get other numbers, right? 60 is common, right? Greatest common factor. Now to get the number in green, the prime factor is the second number. I have to multiply these numbers with 5. 60 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. So we get the number here as 60 times 5, which is 300. You get the idea? So it was good that we found greatest common factor first, right? To get this number, 60 is again common. We need to multiply 60 by 2 and 3. So we get 60 times 2 times 3. Now 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So we get 360 this time. So the other number is 360, correct? So we got the answer for the first question, which is prime factors of which numbers is shown in the Venn diagram. So the numbers are 360 and 300, correct? So these are the two numbers. Now we need to find LCM and greatest common factor. We have already found the greatest common factor. The LCM will be, we have to multiply all these numbers. So that means we have to do 3 times 2 times 5. We'll multiply the outside numbers and the greatest common factor, which is 60, right? And get our answer, correct? So 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 60 is 600. And then we have to do times 6. So instead of 600, it will be 1800, right? But it's good to do with calculator. We'll do 3 times 2 times 5 times 60 equals to 1800. So the lowest common multiple for these two numbers is going to be 1800. I hope you understood how efficiently we can find the answer for such a question, right? So the idea here is work backwards. Do you understand? Work backwards so that we can get all our answers. So first step was find greatest common factor. Is it okay? And then the numbers, right? And then the numbers, right? Or you could find LCM also. But finding greatest common factor will really help you, because this is going to be used in all the cases, right? I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.